Thank you, Peter. Thank you, everybody. It's an honor to be here and represent Ramsey. So before we start, I would like to introduce at our table, we have our City Administrator, Brian Hagan. We also have Bruce Westby and Pat Johnson. And then we have Kirsten Stewart. We have, Shanna Stewart, Kirsten Bush, Chris Riley, and Michael Olson. We do not have Eric Peters or Dan Specht with us today, but we'll give them a hard time after this for tonight's meeting. All right, so new commercial development. So we have some pretty cool things going on. First off, commercially, Ramsey is doing really well when it comes to the economic development in the area. We currently have 627 businesses in Ramsey, employing 7,665 individuals. So that's very, very fun for us. The Highway 10 construction is continuing. And during that time, a lot of businesses were displaced around the area to include different cities. And that was a great opportunity for us to bring other businesses into the area. So we welcomed a few businesses. Soundwave and Blue Line came and joined the city of Ramsey, as well as a couple other businesses that we'll highlight later on. We also have Aldi, Take 5, Jam Hops that came in as well, which is really great. This means that with Ramsey, we went from $170 million. This year we had $170 million in new building value in 2024 compared to the year before when we were at $84 million. So a huge increase in our commercial businesses. As well, we had some expansions from Soderholm & Associates and Diamond Graphics, just to name a few. For our new residential development, we brought in a lot of new residential developments. The newest residential construction, we brought in Parkside Villages, as well as the Waterfront Villages and the Skyline Apartments of Sunwood and the Core. So a lot of new residential developments. Also, Haviland Fields is a new project. They joined us. They're building at the Lord of Life campus. So they had a lot of extra property, and we're able to work with them to bring some new residential developments. Part of that is going to be 2 multifamily buildings consisting of 160 units for senior living, as well as 280 units for non-age restricted residential units, and then 20 rental townhomes for seniors, dedicated to seniors in the area. So as we see our population continue to age, it's great to have places where residents can stay in the community around family members. So we're very excited for that. For hospitality, this is a fun one for everybody. We welcomed quite a few new businesses to Ramsey. Chanticleer Pizza Grill is a great place. They have everything you'd want, from pasta to pizza to steaks to drinks. It's a great place to go. So if you're ever in the area, feel free to swing by. As well as Home to Suites by Hilton. They are building in Ramsey as well, and they should be done very shortly. I think in May is when they're going to start taking reservations. Also, Sir is going to be a new restaurant. It's going to be located in the Ramsey Business Plaza. They're taking over for the former Kitchen Table. We were sad to see them go, but Sir is going to be a high-end steakhouse, also pasta, seafood, and things of that nature, so we're very excited for that. And very similar to Andover, we are getting a Chipotle Starbucks as well. Ours will actually have a drive-through though, so that's pretty cool. I'm excited for that. Not for the scale to change, but for the drive-through, that'll be good. Some other big developments: Sunfish Lake Boulevard interchange. So it was fully constructed and opened up in November. This is a huge thing for us as Highway 10 traffic continues to be shaped around the construction. This first interchange has been very great for us, really great for the local businesses. Many of the businesses off this area did suffer a little bit during the construction, but with this interchange complete, we're very excited to see traffic continue to flow. That was a joint construction project with Anoka County taking the lead, and MnDOT and the city chipping in as well. And then the frontage road connecting businesses and grade separation interchange were replaced by the 4-way traffic. So essentially we have the 2 roundabouts now, very similar to Andover, adding some roundabouts, and we got rid of those traffic lights, which is very great. For Ramsey Boulevard, the Ramsey Gateway project, Ramsey Boulevard will also have a frontage road connecting businesses, 2 roundabouts, and grade separation interchanges. This is going to start in the spring, and we hope it's like the last project where we'll finish a little bit ahead of time. It's going to be great for the area and for the local businesses. And it's going to be 2 lanes of traffic in each way, which is going to help quite a bit with the traffic flow. We're also excited about our new water treatment plant. That's actually going to do 10 million gallons a day. So it's going to keep up with our current use as well as all future use for the foreseeable future. Very excited to have this. We had some creeping levels of manganese and iron that were starting to push up towards levels where we didn't want to see them. So this water treatment facility plant went in at the perfect time. It should be done very shortly, and we're excited for this opportunity to have just the best water and continue to increase the livability and the services of the city. Next, the core infrastructure improvement project. So we have a lot of stuff going on around the core, which is the center of Ramsey in our downtown area. The project started in fall of 2023 with the grading, lining and installation of stormwater ponds, and the design and preparation for plans on Zeolite Street, Center Street, and extension of Ramsey Parkway. We did something pretty interesting. We brought in, we started to build a 7-acre pond that acts as a water retention pond. It's actually going to be a focal point of a new park system where we're going to have possibly a splash pad going in, things of that nature, a lot of recreational activities for young families. But by digging out the pond, we were able to use that fill and fill the rest of the area to be ready for construction. So that was a really great way to save some money and to improve the area at the same time. The area is going to also, like I said, it's going to have a series of outdoor nature spaces all around the area with trails and trees and improved walkways. Moving on to our police department. We have a new chief of police, Brad Blemmel. He's done an amazing job. Our previous chief of police, Chief Caters, did retire, so we're excited to see Brad come on. He is a amazing member of our police department, and he grew up throughout the ranks in Ramsey, so we're excited to see him continue. We also have a lot of increasing calls for services in Ramsey. In Ramsey, we had 16,000 calls for services this year, which was a 6% increase. Our officers made 325 arrests, with 274 of them being formal charges, 51 being warrants. That was a 1% increase in the arrests in Ramsey, so they're definitely staying busy. And one of our goals for this year is for the Ramsey Police Department to work with a new cyber data analyst unit, which is going to be looking for higher-end cyber crime to take a really proactive approach to protecting the residents of Ramsey. Looks like I did skip ahead, so before I go to, doesn't go back the other way. Oh, there we go. All right, parks and trails. Can't forget about parks and trails. So some amazing things we have going on. The Hollow in Ramsey is the newest universally accepted park system for people of all abilities. One of the goals was to preserve all the natural tree work. So we left as many of the trees up as possible and then actually incorporated some skywalks. It still has your traditional slides. It has your swings, your climbing apparatuses. And it also has the first of its kind zip line, like an actual zip line. So I can't confirm or deny if I used it, but it was pretty fun. We also have constructions of a couple other areas in the park, but another one to keep an eye out is the walkway. It actually spans the entire park and provides a really cool overlook for the kids that come and play. So moving back to the fire department, we had some pretty cool things happen at the fire department. They have an increasing amount of calls for services. They had over 1% or a 16% increase in calls for services. And we had a day at the fire station where over 500 families showed up, and they got to learn about fire safety and things of that nature. Community events, we always have the Draw Summer Concert Series. It's a great way to get involved. We have many bands come. They play at the amphitheater. It's a great time. We have the Two Rivers Art Fair, movies in the park, Time to Play, Night to Unite, Deck the Halls lighting contest, and the annual community tree lighting. And lastly, Happy Days. We had an amazing Happy Days event this year as well. We had over 975 people show up to participate in the parade. That consisted of 49 entries with over 2,500 people watching. We had 56 vendors show up to the exhibit for the vendor exhibit, and we had 65 cars show up for the car show. So it was a very successful Happy Days. We're excited for next year. It was my pleasure talking to everybody today. There's our city information, and if you have any questions, find us afterwards. Thank you.